Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Madhava Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janaranjana Yamunatira Vanachariya Yamunatira Vanachariya Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Janavallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Braja Janarandana Yamunatira Vanachariya Yamunatira Vanachariya Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Jaya Radha Madhava Madhavaraye. Jaya Gauranitai, 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 Jaya Gauranitai. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. और प्रेमानंदे Jai Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajakara Stotra Sutta Srimad Divine Grace Abhay Charana Vindesi Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Jai Vishnupad Paramahams Parirajakara Stotra Sutta Srimad Divine Grace Srila Bhakti Vedanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinda Ki Jai Namacharya Haridas Thakur Ki Jai Grantaraj Srimad.Bhagavatam Ki Jai Jai Gaura Premanande all glories assembled devotees, all glories assembled devotees, all glories Shri Guru and Gauranga, all glories Shri Prabhupada ki Jai. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam namaskrityam naram chaiva narottamam devim saraswatim vyasam tato jayamudirahe rashtraprayeshu abhadreshu nityam bhagavata sevayam bhagavate uttamaśloke bhaktir bhavati naishtaki krishnaya vasudevaya devaki nandanaya cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna. Reading from Srimad.Bhagavatam, Canto 10, Chapter 72, Text 42. We'll see text 42 to 45. So we'll chant text 42. Tad Vijnanamaha Sattvo Brahma Parahatam Varaha Gartiva Padayo Satrum Patayam Asubhutale Tadvijnana Mahasattva Bhima Partha Parahartam Varaha Gratam Padayo Satrum Pitayam Asubhutale Asu Tadvijnana Mahasattva Bhima Parihartam Varaham Grihitam Padayo Shatrum Patayam Asubhutale Tadvijnaya Mahasattva Bhima Parahartam Varaha Grihitva Padayo Shatrum Patayama Shabutale Tadvijnaya Mahasattva Bhima Parahartam Varaha Grihitva Padayo Shatrum Patayamasa bhutale. Thank you very much. Word meaning tad, that. Vijnaya, understanding. Maham, great. Satvam, whose strength. Bhimaha, Bhima. Parahartyam, of fighters. Varaham, the best. Grhitva, seizing. Padayo, by the feet. Shatrum, his enemy. Atayam asaha, he made him fall. Bhutalem, to the ground. Translation and purport by disciples of His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada Ki Jai. Translation: understanding his sign, mighty Bhima, the best of the fighters, seized the opponent by the feet and threw him into the ground. There is no purport for this. Text 43. Bhima pressed down one leg with his foot while grabbing Jarasandha's other leg in his hand. And just as a great elephant might break the branch of a tree, Bhima tore Jarasandha apart from the anus upward. Text 44. The king's subjects then saw him lying in two separate pieces, each with a single leg, thigh, testicles, hip, shoulder, arm, eye, eyebrow, and a ear, and with a half a back and chest. Text 45. With the dead of the Magadha, a great cry of lamentation arose, while Arjuna and Krishna congratulated Bhima by embracing him. ॐ अज्ञानातिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनां शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूपा कदा मायं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं नमो ॐ विष्णुपदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामीति नामिने नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेषशून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे वञ्चकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवसति गौरभक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So we are continuing this discussion on Bhagavatam, especially Bhima killing Jarasandha. In this verse, we have seen that Bhima already killed Jarasandha by ripping the Bhimas into two parts and putting aside. So, understanding this sign, Bhima, understanding whose sign, Lord Krishna's sign, he understood what is Krishna is trying to say. Krishna is observing this battlefield. It has been going on since like 10 to 20 days approximately. So they both were fighting in the daytime, and in the night time they were like friends, sitting on the same seat and exchanging their words. So that is the culture of the enemies in those days. In the daytime you may be enemy fighting in the battlefield, but in the night time You may be the friends and sharing the exchanges talks. So here we see that Bhima, like daytime he was fighting, he couldn't able to defeat Jarasandha because he has a very strong body, and also his birth also is like combination of two pieces of the Jarasandha. Yesterday we were seeing that the two pieces of his body were joined by the demon named Jara. That's why his name called Jarasandha. It is not born of one mother. He was born of two pieces. And the king thought that this is a useless. He threw it in the jungle, and in that jungle, the forest, the demon named Jara, she, with his mystical power, and she combined those two pieces into one, and that piece became demon Jarasandha. So then he was like obviously he's a demon, and he has immense strength, and nobody could able to defeat him. Nobody could able to kill him, and Bhima finally understand the signs of Krishna and seized his opponent by his feet and threw him on the ground. So when citizens saw two parts were lying, and they were become arose and they lamented. And another thing, Bhima is not an ordinary person. He was very strong and he's skillful in fighting. So, and he was understanding what was shown to him. What was shown to him, that means like what was shown by Krishna. So, when we have a strength, for lesson for us is when we have a strength, knowledge, skills, and though we know how to deal with the things, but unless until Krishna's mercy is not there, we will not able to do it, the task. So Bhima is powerful, and he got a skillful in fighting. He has strength and he has knowledge, but still he needs help from Krishna. Correct. So because he is a devotee of Krishna, he he understands Krishna's intention. He understands Krishna's sign, and though he was expert in fighting, he is still seeking the help of Lord Krishna. That is the reason, though in people in general, they were proud of their own knowledge, strength, skills, and strength, and also they are proud of their opulent. But if they think that they are the doer, or they are the controller, or they are the maintainer, or they are the they know how to deal with the problem, they will be always landing in another problem unless until they don't take the help of Krishna. Here we see the Bhima, he has got strength, courage, but he don't know how to kill Jarasandha. He was fighting, defeating, but he's not able to kill. The main task is to kill Jarasandha here. They just they didn't come to his kingdom just to defeat him. They just come to kill him. So understanding, so one should also understand the skills, the science of Krishna in one's own life by Sadhu Shastra, Guru Sadhu Shastra, and then he should able to understand how to deal with these problems and how to get rid of this material world, Janma Mrityu Jara Vyadi. So then it is this 22nd verse to 25th verse. It is a brief description given how Bhima has killed Jarasandha. Like he He put one leg on his another Jarasandha, and he grabs another leg in his hand, and just very easily tore apart, just like in a great elephant breaks and branch of the tree. Have you seen sometimes elephant ripping down the trees? It is as easy as so Bhima also tore Jarasandha apart from the anus to upward. So this is the explanation given by the other commentaries like Jiva Goswami and Sanatana Goswami. It is easily done. It is not a Herculean task, or it is not difficult task, because Krishna's hand is there. So when we have Krishna's hand in our life, we can do any difficult task easily without any effort. But when we don't have Krishna's mercy on us, even though it is easy task, we cannot able to do. In the Chaitanya Charitamrita, I don't recollect the verse, but the verse says, before starting any work, just chant the name of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We, then the task, however it may be difficult, however it may be impossible to do, that will become easy. On the other hand, easiest task, however easy it may be, if you don't take the Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's name, then that will become difficult. So here we have the classic example that Bhima took the help of Lord Krishna. From there, he might the mighty armed Bhima, he ripped his part of Jarasandha. So and in everything, when he ripped the part, he could there was a as they can see, and there was a single thigh, single testicles, hip, single shoulder, single arm, single arm, eye, ear, and half of the back chest. It is lying on one side, and the upper and lower body. It is present. It is as if it's like done surgery. They have cut from the bottom to upwards. So after the death of Jarasandha, and Lord Krishna and Arjuna came to the Bhima and congratulated him and embraced him, and with affection. So naturally, this demon was bothering everybody, and is troublesome. When something is troublesome for a long time, for a long duration of life, for the people in general, if suddenly that problem goes, then immediately everybody feel relief, correct? Immediately everybody feels joy. As we have seen experience like few years ago, the coronavirus. Everybody was thinking, oh, let this virus goes. This bothering so much, and it's troublesome. We cannot able to come outside of. We cannot able to talk to each other, keep social distance, and wear mask. And we have so many kind of um, rules and regulations, and we cannot travel, and we cannot exchange anything. Like if I touch this, we should also sanitize and take again. So this has been like at least it was there at least 1.5 2 years. In those times, we were kept under the only in room, and we should be maintain distance. So at that time, we were feeling so much uncomfortable and not feeling happy. Forget about happy, not feeling satisfied or peace. So at that time, suddenly vaccine has come. I don't know, like, so then it gave some relief. So then people became little bit stress free. They can travel, or they can talk, and they can move along, and they can be. So this is also same situation here. So Jarasandha was bothering all the kings, He kept all the kings in the prison and torturing them, and finally he wants to sacrifice them, Mother Kali. So that's why. Then when Jarasandha was killed by Bhima, Krishna couldn't stop himself because he, whatever the task of Krishna's, whatever the mission of Krishna is executed by his devotee, then obviously Krishna felt so much happy. So that's the reason when when Krishna told Arjuna to fight, in the beginning he didn't fight. That's why Krishna chastised him. Asochananva sochastvam prajna vajam sabhashase gatasunam agatasuncha nanuchochanti pandita. So you are just talking like a fool and being posed like a scholar. So Krishna heavily chastised him. Then if Arjuna would have agreed in the first place, fight means that immediately took up bow and arrow, maybe Krishna will be more happy. But here, in this case, Bhima killed the Jarasandha. That was the mission, a vision, sorry, that was a mission of Lord Krishna, that paritranaya sadhunam vinashaya tadushrutam dharma samsthapanapthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So every millennium I descend to annihilate the demons and protect the religion. So here Bhima have done executed the task, and he has fulfilled the mission of Lord Krishna. Then out of affection he wants to embrace. He couldn't stop himself. And obviously first Arjuna embraced him and congratulated him, and all the people, especially kings, were happy. And this is after that, this has been long desire of kings that this Jarasandha demon should be killed. And naturally Krishna glorified him, and Krishna's respect, Krishna and Arjuna glorified him, and he was very congratulated, he was very happy, and this indicates that the mission of Krishna is fulfilled. So when mission of Krishna is fulfilled, automatically Krishna becomes pleased. That's why we should also think that what is the mission of Krishna, how we can become instrument as Bhima has become instrument. Just this is an instrument means just like a student goes to an examination, he writes an examination and he passes with a distinction. He scores 100 out of 100, or tops. He attains top rank. Will he congratulate his pen? No, everybody congratulates him. But here, as a Krishna, he is a doer of everything. He is a protector of everybody. He gives an idea and he tells what to do and what not to do. But he congratulates his instrument. Just like a student doesn't congratulate his pen, but Krishna is a part, is a knower of everything. He congratulates his instrument. That's so. My point is that when you do task, when you execute task, when you are successful, then you take all the credits. You don't give credits to the pen, but he as a student. But here Krishna is giving credit to you because he knows what to do. He gives guidelines, but he's giving credit to you. Here we see the Bhima was told by Krishna, like, you should tear his part, to pieces, then only he will die. If Krishna didn't told to Arjun, sorry, didn't tell to Bhima, then he never defeated Jarasandha. He keep on fighting for many days, months, maybe years, but Jarasandha would have not died. But who credit actually when you see this whole picture? Credit goes to Krishna, but Krishna is giving credit to the Bhima. So when Lord wants always glorify his devotees, and devotee always wants to glorify Lord. That is a sweet exchange between the both devotee and the Lord, and they worship him very good, very well done. So the question is how to understand Krishna's instructions and how to execute them. And because in that scenario, Krishna was present before Bhima, he could able to done. He showed him sign what to do. He told him. But here we don't have Krishna to tell us. We don't have anybody to tell us and how to execute. But Krishna has given us, the scriptures, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra. And in the Chaitanya Charitamrita again, Madhya Leela, 20th chapter 122nd verse. Maya Mugdhera Jiva Nahi Krishna Jnana Jivera Kripaya Kaliya Krishna Veda Purana. So, in that verse, the conditioned soul cannot revive his Krishna consciousness by his own effort, but out of causeless mercy of the Lord Krishna compiled the Vedic literature and its supplements, the Puranas. So, one should read regularly the Vedic literature, Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam, other books. Then Krishna is telling there what to do and what not to do. So Krishna and came in the form of Vyasadeva, Shakti Avesh Avatar. He wrote all the scriptures. When you read the scriptures, you can able to understand what is the conditioned soul's nature and why conditioned soul forgetful, the relationship between the Lord himself and the Lord, and what is his real identity, and how he can attain his real nature or real established relationship with Krishna. So these are all things which we will understand by reading Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. That's why Srila Prabhupada books are very, very important to read every day. When we read every day Srila Prabhupada books, we get an understanding. It's like we give emphasis on more on books distribution. Yeah, that is very good. But we should also give emphasis on reading. That when you don't read what you distribute, maybe people will not take it. First of all, we should read, then we should distribute. Just like uh, when you distribute books, Srila Prabhupada books, you will be happy and you will be what you call you are fulfilling the Lord's, you are pleasing Srila Prabhupada. But when you read and distribute books, then it even more pleases Srila Prabhupada. And you will be in the moment and you will distribute more books. If you just distribute books without reading, sometimes you may leave the moment because you don't know what is there in the books. But when you be in the moment, when you want to read books, then you will distribute more books. So these are the few points which I came to my mind to discuss. So after death of Magadha, then there was a great lamentation of the king of the other people. Then after that, we see that next part tomorrow. So what will happen when Jarasandha died? Maybe his son will take his throne and rule the king peacefully. So I'll stop here. Any questions, comments, aside?
it was striking me that the fact that the citizens had to see their king in a bifurcated form, that it's very distressing. Uh, so it made me think that by virtue of the fact that Jarasandha was keeping 20,000 kings imprisoned and torturing them, it meant that those citizens were suffering because they didn't have their king ruling. So I suppose it's a kind of just course of action, even from that point of view, on the part of Krishna setting into motion this whole plan to kill Jarasandha. And in fact, he's referred to as cruel. So, anyway, I was just thinking of that, the effect on the citizens.
Yeah, same. They were good. The citizens were also same kind of people sometimes, like Jarasandha demon. Like in the kingdom of Ravana, all the citizens were demon except one person, his brother Vibhishana. So similarly, that's the reason with the great lamentation they arouse, they cry, "Oh, we lost our king," because the birds of same feather flock together. No, birds of the same feather flock together. That's the reason they were crying because they lost him. That's what is mentioned here in this. With this we can understand, and it is not a good thing that you are a king keeping 20,000 kings, and giving them exactly half of the meal. Like if they eat like two chapatis or the full meals, he would give only half, so that they would leave, because he wants to give them inside in front of sacrifice in front of Kali. If they died with the hunger, you know, then that sacrifice is not fulfilled. That's why he would give half of the food. If the king eats two chapatis, for example, he would give only one chapati so that he can live, so that he can give in the sacrifice in front of Kali. So that's the reason he was giving half food, and he was torturing till the point of death. When he saw that they were dying, then he would stop torturing. So he was torturing in such a way that they would scream, they would yell, and when they are leaving their body, and they would stop that. So that the main intention is that king becomes weak, and his strength becomes weak. Other kings, like 20,000 kings, if they have nice food, and they would have made the plans how to escape from the prison, or how to you know trick the king, or how to fight with the king. That's why he's very intelligently he put them in the prison, and he would give them torture, and he would give them half the food, and he would so that he can sacrifice in front of Kali. So that's why when you give this kind of a torture, then naturally does not have any intelligence how to fight, and does not have any strength to fight with Jarasandha. So that's a torture. Thank you very much. Okay, Granthra Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Gaur Premanande.